My Experience in Paradise by Nathaniel Blumberg. November 7th, 1984 was the date I was born, but before that it was really hard for my parents, so here's my story. It was sometime in November. My mom went into labor. It was late at night, so my mom went to Reedsburg Area Medical Center originally. She went in the OB room, but the nurses didn't have the right equipment to get me born. So then it was late at night. The ambulance backed out of the garage, and my mom was escorted on board. This all took place in the back of the hospital. My dad followed on board the ambulance along with the other crew. That ambulance had to leave, had to have went at least 70 miles an hour onward, especially in an emergency station as this was. There was a bit of rain and thunderstorms. Christmas hadn't arrived yet. My mom and dad arrived at St. Mary's Hospital located in Madison, Wisconsin. My mom was taken in the OB room with my dad by her side. All the right equipment needed was present and available for the doctors to use in order to help aid the delivery process. Mom began to push her brains out. It was at least 5 times, I believe. Then finally, after a couple hours of the labor process, I arrived into the world. My parents named me Nathaniel Marcus Blumberg. I wondered for a while why my parents named me that. Nathaniel in Hebrew means gift from God. Thursday, 5/25/2017, 10:26 p.m. Heard words rustling in the wind. I love you. That's the whole point. Located outside of my home in Portage while I was transferring this handwritten information. Window was open, so I heard the sound. My mom was so happy. The doctors then took me out of Mom's room and cleaned all the afterbirth off of me. When I was born, I weighed 2 pounds and 13 ounces. My parents had a really bad scare when they heard I weighed that much. And the other thing was to make matters worse. The doctors told my parents that I had a 50-50 chance of living. I then was placed in a transparent incubator. The incubator had equipment hooked up to it that blew the oxygen inside and out. This process helped aid the breathing process and helped foster the further development of growth and of the lungs, and they were termed underdeveloped. Unexpectedly, a change in the vitals occurred and I quit breathing. I don't know why or how I quit breathing. Then the light and the alarm or my monitor went off. The doctors came in, then everything went blank. I remember feeling a force, perhaps a rattling. I heard a sizzling sound. My spirit came out of my body as if it were rising upward out of my body. I could see the doctors and staff working on me, but this situation was in the Lord's hands now. But believe me when I tell you this, you will see yourself in an unusual way. What I mean is this: first, you have your physical body. Second, you have your perfect spiritual body, which can travel back and forth from the heavens, and the earth is deemed necessary according the, to the Lord's good will and plan. I could see my earthly body looking lifeless. It felt hard to leave it, but everything happened so fast. I started to float in the air, which began slowly and then increased in speed, almost light speed. I recall a twirling light spiraling all around me. I was funneling forward with a slow incline. I then arrived to a circle of light, and I could feel this love pulling towards it. Once the pulling stopped, I arrived to a tunnel with a long walkway. I began walking through this tunnel, which later revealed a door. I was guided by an angel, and I opened the door with the angel's help with me, being a baby and all. Outside the tunnel, I saw a rock. I looked around more and saw a stream before the rock. The streets were solid gold, and then I saw a throne and saw someone sitting on it from a distance. As I walked closer, I saw angels. One angel on the left side and one angel on the right side. Both of the angels were fanning this person, and at that time, from what I saw, I was convinced that person was God. A face was not present, but I remember bright light all around, and the angels and God amongst with loved ones appeared to be silhouettes. As you get closer, loved ones become recognizable. However, don't remember this part clearly due to my infant state of mind. I remember this trip in heaven as a journey. I remember walking around. I saw tons of valleys. Loved ones walked alongside me and helped guide me on my trip. I felt my father and mother's love all around. The scenery was absolutely beautiful, something you'd see in an art gallery. I saw people walking around. They look like people on earth, but their faces have a circular glow of light around them. When I entered into this, how should I say, this glorious place, there was this huge, and I mean huge, solid gold gate. It was about 10 feet tall. Then, when I looked at God and his throne, he just gave me such a wonderful smile. There were no words that I can recall. I recall hearing a deep voice, there was no need for words for this glorious place. After I saw God smiling at me, there was this force around me. It was a loving force, and this loving force was taking me back. I could feel my spiritual body being pulled backwards at a slow to steady light speed. I then saw my physical body in the clear incubator. I wanted to look around, but there wasn't time. Everything happened so fast, and my spiritual body re entered into the physical body. The Lord made sure I simply re entered the correct way. I recall hearing a swirling sound like something out of a Star Wars movie. My spiritual body essentially sank downward into the physical one as I laid above it. Before I knew it, I was breathing again. I was alive. The Lord saved me. As the years would go by, I would grow into childhood years. I'd realize I'd have a love for singing and for the arts overall. I believe God brought me back because He has a plan for me. I feel blessed and honored to have a singing voice. I want to be an example, spread His word. I'd like to sing for God because He has a plan for me, and I believe God has a plan for you too. Don't waste it. This is my experience in paradise. This written account, my experience in paradise occurred in my state of infancy. I hand wrote those memories from that experience in the summer 1997. I was the tender age of 12. And these are just some pictures. This is a picture of me visiting Graceland, and the award is Love Me Tender by Elvis. So I visited that. Then this first picture I saw in the sky above a gas station. It's a cloud that's in the shape of an A with a line going through it, as you can see that. It says 2016 second after Graceland on way home to Portage, Wisconsin. Then you can see, trying to see the A there and then the line going through it. Then 2017, that's just a picture of me with my brown hair in the rear view mirror, then the sun in the back of it. So I took a picture of that. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for viewing my video, and I hope you take care and have a good day, and God bless. Take care. And Jesus loves you. Bye-bye.